70% of a woman's sexual harmony is a product of psychology, leaving only 30% to physical technique. In many long-term relationships, the domestic space becomes a cycle of logistics and management. The woman finds herself acting as a co-manager of the household, where the demands of the day override the connection to her partner. When the relational foundation is filled with this domestic tension, the body reacts defensively. It instinctively closes, making the relaxation required for climax physically impossible. This means the architecture of a woman's orgasmic potential isn't designed in the bedroom. It is built through the interactions that happen throughout the day. Accessing deep physical pleasure requires a strategic approach to interpersonal dynamics before the lights go down. Female brains typically show high interhemispheric connectivity, allowing for rapid multitasking. In contrast, the male brain is more compartmentalized, processing requests and changes through a specific linear sequence. In the first stage of masculine perception, the immediate instinct to a request is often no. This is a defensive mechanism used to block out the perceived noise of daily life. Attempting to argue during this stage only strengthens the barrier. A more effective move is to verbally join his no, agreeing with his resistance, which instantly disarms the defensive response. Once the defense is lowered, the idea enters the second stage, the seed of thought. By using indirect suggestion, you allow the request to exist in his mind without it becoming a battle of wills. Finally, the man executes the request, often believing it was his own original decision. To keep the harmony intact, you simply accept the result rather than pointing out the influence. Working with this neurological sequence allows a woman to achieve her goals without wasting energy on repetitive, draining conflicts. Beyond the structure of the message, its timing serves as a strategic tool. There are biological windows where masculine defenses are naturally lowered. During the transition into and out of sleep, the brain moves through alpha and theta states. In these moments, the analytical filters we use to judge and resist information are less active. Statements about your own value or the health of the relationship are more likely to be accepted and internalized during these windows, as they bypass the usual conscious skepticism. A similar effect occurs after a meal. As blood flow redirects toward digestion, the brain's defensive mechanisms biologically relax, creating an optimal time to discuss plans or changes. Aligning communication with these digestive and sleep rhythms ensures the partner is physically primed to be receptive. To protect the integrity of the union, certain boundaries regarding information must be strictly maintained. Sharing a partner's flaws with friends or mothers creates a narrative of unhappiness that is difficult to erase. While you may forgive a conflict, your social circle likely won't, and their lingering resentment can fuel future friction. Domestic peace can be further maintained by identifying a partner's primary representative system, the specific way they process their environment. A visual type prioritizes beauty and order. They respond best when the home is tidy. An auditory type is sensitive to the timbre of a voice, meaning they will shut down if met with harsh or loud tones. Kinesthetic types value physical sensation and comfort, requiring touch to feel connected. Digital types are more internal and logical, often requiring periods of isolation to process their day before they can engage socially. Speaking his specific representative language and guarding the relationship's privacy builds a foundation of mutual respect. In long-term intimacy, a common roadblock appears when a man feels he has completely captured his partner. At this point, his biological drive to pursue can plateau. Maintaining his testosterone and protective care requires triggering the hunter's instinct, the biological need for an ongoing challenge. Statistically, only about 20% of partners consistently maintain the self-care and grooming habits they established during courtship. By staying in this minority, a woman remains a visual outlier, signaling to her partner that she is a high-value presence he must continue to earn. Physical presence is only the first layer of this instinct. True mystery requires maintaining private hobbies, personal space, and independent intellectual growth. When a woman does not dissolve completely into her partner, she creates a healthy tension. He is forced to continually win her attention, which translates directly into increased drive and desire. By applying these neuro-relational strategies, a woman manages the interpersonal prelude to her intimate life, ensuring her body and mind are ready for deep, unblocked connection.
The electronic version of all chapters from the full book, She Who Awakens by Alina Chamberlain, can be found at wishforlove.org.